Good morning, my people, my people, my people. My name is Chief Strongblood, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son, the diaspora machismo, my people. Today's topic is the American dream. How do I wake up? The American dream, how do I wake up? Oh, great supreme and sovereign Most High, Father, as I'm about to speak to your people once again about something that is important to their salvation, Most High, I ask that you will direct my thoughts unto the thoughts of righteousness. Put only the things you've placed upon my heart, upon my lips. Let your Holy Spirit warn of all who try to use demonic and other forces to interfere with my thoughts, to interfere with my mind, to interfere with my memory. Who will try to use demonic and other forces to cause me to stumble over words I am familiar with, or try to put words in my mouth that are not in my vocabulary. Yahweh, let your Holy Spirit and your holy angels warn off the demonic and the other forces that will be used by the demons, those wicked, evil, and devious people. Most High, let your holy angels come and set up a hedge of protection around this place and protect me from harm and danger, even the minor inconveniences that will seek to distract me from that which I must focus upon. Yahweh, I ask this of no one else but you, for you are the only one who is able to grant me that which I have requested in this prayer. In Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ's name, I say, let it be done. My people, today's topic, the American dream. How do I wake up? Let us turn our Bible to Revelation chapter 13, and we are going to read 11 and 12. Revelation chapter 13, and we are going to read verse 11 and 12. Behold, another beast came up out of the earth. He had two horns like a lamb, and he spake like a dragon, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him. He caused all the earth to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, and he do great wonders, so that he made fire to come down from heaven unto the earth in the sight of men, and he deceived them that dwell upon the earth by the means of these miracles. My people, this is the scripture reading. John was given a prophecy about a future time. And in that prophecy, this is part of the things that John saw. He saw a beast that came out of the earth. We know in prophecy, beast represents a nation. And when the beasts come out of the sea, it represents the birth of a new nation. And when a beast comes out of the earth, it represents an extension of a nation that have already been addressed and established. So the beast that came out of the earth is just an extension of a beast that we have discussed before. A beast, a nation that have already been established. And remember, a nation is a large group of people that has a common ancestry. That is the main characteristic of a nation. Remember, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Tibetans, and all of those Asian people, they are one nation. They have one common ancestry. The Indians, the Pakistanis, the Bangladeshis, they are all one nation. They have one common ancestry. The African is one nation. They have one common ancestry. The Arabs is a one nation. They also have one common ancestry. And the native people of all of the earth, they are a nation also, because they have basically the same ancestry. So when we're speaking about the nation here, so we see in Revelation chapter 13, verse 12 to 11, behold, another beast came up out of the earth. That means this is a nation that is now expanding or extending itself to another part of the world which should never not have been. In Revelation chapter 13, verse 1 and 2, we see a nation came out of the sea. And that nation that came out of the sea, something special happened to it. The dragon, who we have identified as a devil according to Revelation chapter 12, verse 9, gave him his seat, his power, and his great authority. His seat is, he is the ruler of the earth, so that beast was given permission to rule over all of the earth. His power is, he that rules the earth controls the resources of the earth, and that beast was given control over all of the resources of the earth. And he was given his great authority from the devil, and the great authority that the devil holds is he is the ruler over the demonic world. So this beast was given great authority over the demonic world. From our studies, we have concluded that this beast that came out of the sea was the Caucasian nation, the entire Caucasus nation. So what we are seeing here in Revelation chapter 13, 11, and 12 is that the Caucasian nation is now expanding itself. Right? And it says, he had two horns like a lamb, but he spoke like a dragon. Meaning there is conflict in the way the lamb is presented and the way the lamb, this nation behaves. It is presented as one that has lamb-like, docile characteristics, but he speaks like the devil. So here we see he is presented as being one thing, but he manifests himself to be something totally opposite. Another point to remember here is he exercised all the powers of the first beast. That means he had power over the resources of the earth, power over all the earth, and power over the demonic world. It shows that he is an extension of the Caucasian community. And from our previous lesson, I've shown you how the Caucasian had taken control over every nation of the earth. They dictate to every nation on the earth as to what must be done and how it must be done, where it must be done, and why it must be done. And there is no nation on the earth who is able to go against the Caucasian nation. We also know that this nation has control over the demonic forces. My people, the nation that is being spoken about in Revelation chapter 13, verse 11 and 12 is this, the United States. So one of the things we must say about the United States is that it presents itself as one thing to other nations, but in behavior, it acts like a devil. It presents itself as something that is peaceful and docile, but in its behavior, it acts like the devil. And we have seen this over the history of this great America. Another thing that's spoke about here in verse 12, and he do great wonders. So he make fire to come down from heaven unto the earth in the sight of all men, and he deceived them that dwell upon the earth by the means of these miracles. My people, this have came to pass in my lifetime. Could you imagine John the Revelator, a historic figure, would have seen fire coming down from heaven? He was unable to tell you why and how this fire came down from heaven, because the mechanism by which this fire came down from heaven was unknown to him and his generation, and even many generations after he would have lived. My people, this came to pass in the first Iraq war, when George Herbert Bush invaded Iraq and televised on television and on the internet their bombing of that country. We see all of these red hot missiles coming down from the planes and crashing in to the buildings in Iraq and demolishing these buildings. We saw them shooting fire, and the fire that was coming down was the bullets that were red hot. We saw it with our own eyes on television and on the internet. Could you imagine? John, in his prehistoric day, would have seen a vision of this happening, and he would have said it was a miracle because it was outside his scope of understanding. My people, the only one who had the power to bring fire from heaven is the Most High. He have proven it when he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, and it is foretold in the prophecy that it will happen again when this earth will be depleted and all of the wicked people on this earth will be destroyed. So we see the fire coming from heaven have come to pass in our day. And if you go on the internet right now and you Google or put in a search for the Iraq war, you will see what I'm speaking about. You will see what John saw, that he caused fire to come from heaven right in the sight of man. I saw it with my own eyes. It was happening live on television, live on the internet. And he deceived them that dwell upon the earth by the means of these miracles. John thought it was a miracle, but it was not a miracle. To him, it was a miracle. It was never been seen before. It is being played out before his eyes. To him, it is only a miracle. My people, after the American government, that beast that came out of the earth, that has horns like a lamb but speak like the devil, after he televised that, no other nation on earth wanted to cross the path of the United States of America. They all voluntarily submit to it. That is why he says, and he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of the miracle, because they saw what they have seen. They submitted to the United States of America. People, remember, we're still speaking. Now that I've explained America in prophecy, let us go forward into detail. Our topic is the American dream. How do I wake up? What is a dream? According to the dictionary, a dream is a series of thoughts, images, and sensation which occurs in a person's head while they are asleep. So a dream could be good, a dream could be bad. But when they speak about the American dream, What do they mean? The fulfillment of a person's ultimate and personal aspiration. That is what they means when they say the American dream. If you come to America, you will see the fulfillment of your personal and ultimate aspiration. If you want to be a doctor, you'll get the opportunity to be a doctor. You'll get an opportunity to practice medicine. If you want to be a scientist, if you want to be rich, come to America and you'll get the opportunity to acquire riches. My people, there is another side to the American dream, and that is a nightmare according to the dictionary. A nightmare is a frightening or unpleasant dream. So while there are positive dreams and unpleasant dreams, the unpleasant dreams has a name. It is called a nightmare. My people, I have heard of people who were complaining and was highly upset because they were having a pleasant dreams and someone awoke them from that dream and they became upset because they were made to leave the pleasantry of the vision they were experiencing in their heads while they sleep. When a person is having a nightmare, he is always happy for someone to wake him up, because most time you are trapped in a nightmare and you are unable to wake up. I've never heard anyone trying to wake up from a pleasant dream. My people, the United States of America sells itself as the land of opportunity, as the land where you can find opportunity. And many people leave their home to come to this place looking for opportunity they think they will never have or never get unless they come to the United States of America. Neil Diamond, one of the American artists, says, "Far, we have traveled far, without a home, but without a star. Free, only want to be free. We huddle close, hanging on to a dream. On the boat and on the plane, they come to America. Never looking back again, they come to America. They come to America today." You listen to all of the songs that sells America to every nation on the earth. And my people, you will think that America is heaven on earth. Far from it. Far from it. Remember in Revelation chapter 13, verse 11 and 12, we show you some characteristics about America. It is one that presents itself as a peaceful, loving nation, but in reality, it's a devil. We have seen America going into nation and causing turmoil in their government. Their government that was running smooth and nice, they call turmoil in their government because the smooth running government is not beneficial to the growth of the American economy. My people, there is another side to America that is outlined in scriptures that we all seems to ignore for one reason or the other. In Revelation chapter 13, 11 and 12, when it was introduced, if we go down to Revelation chapter 13, 16 and 17, we are going to see something that is going to be a prominent characteristics in this the United States of America. Let us read it. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man may buy or sell, say he that has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. My people, it is this great country of America that is going to institute that which was foretold in prophecy as it relates to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 and 17 of the mark of the beast. Where this apparently peaceful, loving country is going to set up a system of discrimination where if you don't do as we tell you to do, we are going to prevent you from eating, we are going to prevent you from selling, we are going to prevent you from buying, we are going to prevent you from participating in life as you would have been accustomed to. They don't care whether you die, they don't care whether you live. All you have to do is do what I say, and you will be made to function in what is considered normal today. My people, the mark of the beast, this great America, is going to force people to choose between living and betraying the God of creation. You can live, but only if you betray the God of creation. Only if you curse God in such a manner that the Most High will withdraw His Spirit from you. They want every nation of the world to be demon possessed so that they can control them and control their resources without any opposition. My people, when you do this, this is what is going to happen to you. Let us go to Revelation 14, 9, 11. When you take the mark of the beast, and when you take the mark of the beast in your forehand, in your hands, or on your forehead, in your foreheads, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship his beast or his image, and receive the mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture. My people, the first thing you don't want to do is ever to experience the wrath of the Most High God. No one should ever go out of the way to ever try to experience the wrath of the Most High God, especially the wrath that is poured out without mixture into the cup of indignation, his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and with brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of his torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast or his image, and who receive the mark of his name. My people, this is the America who is offering the world the American dream. It will come to a place where they know that if you take action that causes the Most High to withdraw his Holy Spirit from you, this is going to be apportioned. But they will put you in a situation where you will not eat unless you betray the Most High in such a manner that the Most High sees fit to withdraw his Spirit from you. My people, this is the America where everybody is running to. And when they come here expecting big things. But when they reach and they settle in, they realize in order to have their dreams come to reality, they have to trade in their souls and their relationship with the Most High. Maybe that is why I don't trust no one in this United States. No one whatsoever. Family or friends. Because if you don't trade in your soul and become a reprobate, you will never make it. There are some people who refuse to trade in their souls and become reprobates, and they have been suffering the consequences for their actions non-stop. The people here who have already traded in their souls are not happy to know that there's someone who still have an opportunity to inherit the kingdom of the Most High. They become blue with you. They become angry with you. They become your enemy for no apparent reason. You think it's no reason, but it is a jealousy because they realize that they have sacrificed their soul to accomplish something that they now realize is worth nothing. So now, if you're not going to hell with me, we cannot be friends. I will be your enemy for no reason. My people, when I was in the Caribbean, I will hear stories of people who were sent for by their relatives in the United States. And as soon as they come to the United States and they start, whether they're working or not, the relative who loved them so much, who wanted them to come and join them in the United States, become very hostile to them, will throw them out in the winter. And they always wait until the winter to throw them out. Because when the snow comes down and the cold penetrates you, you become desperate for somewhere to live. You'll do literally anything. My people, there is always a good Samaritan who will take them in and show them how to conform with the city, how to conform with living in America, how to make it in America, how to become successful in America. And they will encourage them into homosexuality, bestiality, abortion, or some other things like that, where they will lose their soul. And when they lose their soul, they become reprobates. And they always find those people have tighter than normal bonds. They are bound together for life. Because now they are companion on their way to hell, and they are afraid to go to hell alone, so they are bound together. My people, if you come to this United States and you are not a reprobate, you have not participated in homosexuality, bestiality, abortion, and you are not raped and kept your rapist secret, you will experience trouble unending. Your families, your friends, and the entire United States will come at you until you submit. I've told you my story. I don't hide it. I've told you my story. Even the devil himself will manifest himself as man to come and try to deceive you. My people, when I just came to California, I was offered great riches. I'll be able to eat whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want, which restaurant I want to. On 2 occasions, I was offered great riches by 2 white old men. I told them food is not a problem with me. I eat what I have and I'm contented with it. The other one, I tell them I don't need monies like that. What am I going to do with all of these monies? I say I am happy with what I have. My people, I cannot make an investment in this world that will see me going to hell when the Most High come. How important can the things of this world be that I will invest my soul in this world and lose it in the world to come. My people, millions of people from different nations come to this country to find the American dream, and they found the nightmare. They are hoping that someone will wake them up, and when they are woken up from their dream, they will be back in their country in poverty, and they'll say, oh, it was just a dream. Unfortunate for these people. They are awake and they are living in the nightmare. They came for the American dream, but they find the American nightmare, my people. There is an Indian man, very ambitious Indian man. That's what the Most High told me. He comes to Grand Park in the evening and he sits. He hates me with a passion I would never be able to understand. Apparently, when he should be home with his wife and his children, he have to come to Grand Park when I am there to keep an eye on me. And he hates it. But the Most have shown me that he was an ambitious man. He wanted to get riches. He wanted big promotion in his job. And he got involved in homosexuality. And since he got in homosexuality, although he get his promotion, he was dissatisfied. Because now, he's given one pay. But he had to do many jobs, like watching me, having sex, having homosexual activities with other men, even when he don't want to. You can see his face is painted with depression and discontentment. He was ambitious enough. He thought it was a one-off thing, but he realized that with the devil and his people, it is never a one-off thing. When they say have homosexual activity one time, it is beginning of a lifestyle that you will frown upon, a lifestyle that you hate, because now you have no control over it. Why? Because now the Most High had withdrawn his spirit from him. Devils and demons possess him. And we know, Revelation chapter 13, verse 1 and 2. The devil gave the Caucasians community his great authority, the power to control the demonic world. My people, you can feel the hatred for me coming off of this man. One, because I'm not a reprobate. And two, because when he should be home with his family, he had to leave his home, whether he want to or not, to come to where I am, to keep an eye on me. Big shot, big job, nice house, in a prestigious neighborhood. In one of those high-rise buildings, he have a condo. But he's a slave. And he cannot escape the slavery he got himself into, my people. Anytime my friends ask me about America and coming to America, I say, listen to me. St. Vincent may be hard. Things may be bad. But if you still have a relationship with the Most High, if you can interact with the Most High, still, don't come to America. Because America is a place that will push you to lose your soul and to lose salvation. My people, many people come to America and was afraid to go back to their country because they were afraid the people will say that they are a failure and they will compare them to other people who have made it. Look, Johnny from Miss Bess went to America and he had a big job, he had a big car, he had a big house. You go to America and you couldn't make it. You have to run back home. And to ensure they are not viewed as failures, they get involved in homosexuality, bestiality, abortion, and all of these nastiness so that they can be considered successful. They were trying to please the people in their native land to avoid a 7 days talk, and they get involved in a behavior that will cause their soul to wander in hell for eternity just because they want to be called successful. My people, anytime my friends, acquaintances, or anyone from my country asks me about coming to America, I tell them just like it is. I don't want to be successful in America as how the American term success, because I am not going to lose my salvation to pretend that I am successful. Everyone from every nation that came to America and is claiming to be successful, they are failures because they fail to do the most important thing the Most I have given them to do, which is to ensure that they secure a place in His kingdom for 1,000 years and then be able to return to this earth with Yahweh, aka Jesus Christ, to reign on the earth forever in bliss, in tranquility, in peace, in harmony and love. They are failures because they will never see the Most High face as Redeemer. They will never see Yahweh's face as King, but they will see Him as Judge. And they will experience the wrath of the Most High as is outlined in Revelation chapter 14. Let us go over it again to make sure you understand what the wrath of being successful here according to those people who now experiencing the American dream. My people, some of them are living hand to mouth, month to month, but they're trying to deceive you to believing things are okay with them. Yeah, they have a job, they have 2 and 3 jobs, because one job cannot take care of their needs. That is how it is designed here. It is designed so that you will have to work and work and work your fingers to the bone just to stay alive. No time for the Most High, no time to develop a relationship with the Most High. And when you get fed up, in order to get a little ease, you get involved in homosexuality, because there is where the ease will come. My people, it's a lie. That's why I don't trust no one in this United States. No one whatsoever. Revelation 14:9-11 said, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast or his image, and receive his mark in his forehead and in his hands, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God that is poured out without mixture." The wrath of the Most High that is poured out without mixture. Undiluted wrath of the Most High in the cup of His indignation. And he shall be tormented. He shall be tormented with fire and with brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of his torment will ascend up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night. People, you have no rest day or night. Fire and brimstone, I think, is in Matthew. It speak about a fire that quench not, and worms that will bite you and eat you alive that will not die. You can't die. The worms that are biting and eating you can't die. What a tribulation. All because a person wants to be considered something by another person. All because a person wants to be considered successful by another person. He will sacrifice his soul because he wants to be considered successful when he is a failure. The Most High give us one assignment. One assignment the Most High give us. And that is to try to move from this platform that Adam rebellion brought us back to the platform where Adam was before he rebelled. But before we make an effort to climb up, we are stepping down another notch. We are stepping right into hell. because we want to be considered successful, because we want to be respected by people who don't matter to us, who don't have a hell to give us, a heaven to put us in. Oh, great Supreme and Sovereign Most High, thank you for this opportunity to speak to your people. Father, let your Holy Spirit go with my words and lend clarity where I would have lent confusion. Let your people know that this great United States, where all of them want to come to, is the beast in Revelation chapter 13, verse 11 and 12. The beast that looks nice and quiet and peaceful outside, but the beasts who have laws and will deprive anyone of justice when it don't fall in line with the Caucasians winning. Laws that they use against man to deprive them of their rights, and the laws that they ignore when the Caucasians are losing. My people, Father, let them know to stay away from this United States of America, because it is a hole where the devil will cause you to lose your soul. In Yahushua's name I say let it be done. My name is Chief Strongblood, St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son, the Diaspora Machismo. My people, I will talk to you soon.